Hi everyone, Nicola from Talking Rooms again. I did a little poll this week and asked people what content they wanted to hear about, and there was various different replies. Definitely more engagement on the private group as opposed to the Talking Rooms actual page on Facebook, um, which says a lot to me in the sense of people do want help but don't necessarily feel comfortable posting on a public forum. So I'm going to start making some content for the group and for the page. But if you want to join the group, please let me know. Send me a message and I'll send you a link to it. If you're watching this via YouTube and not from Facebook, you can check out the Facebook page at the Talking Rooms, or Instagram at the Talking Rooms, or www.talkingrooms.com. So the poll results was that people really wanted some anxiety management techniques. So I'm going to do this in a couple of parts just to keep it short and not too boring, really. So one of the things that we when we look at anxiety, there's obviously lots of different types of anxiety disorders, but I'm going to talk about anxiety in a kind of general sense for the purposes of this video. So when we think about anxiety, everybody's probably experienced some level of anxiety at some point in their life. So whether that was going for a job interview or going on a date or anything that might make you feel a bit kind of, oh, this is a bit scary. So that's perfectly normal. It's when it becomes kind of consuming and gets in the way of you doing things or attending to things in your life that you really want to be looking at addressing it. So what CBT does is looks at three different things. It looks at thoughts, feelings and behaviours. And when we look at anxiety, what we're really trying to understand is what is causing the anxiety. So the kind of physiological response to anxiety will, maybe your heart's pounding, you're sweating or you're cold, and it can feel pretty terrifying. You can feel short of breath. That's your fight or flight system kick. Hi folks, it's Nicola from the Talking Rooms, and I don't know if you've seen my post earlier today, but I did put a post on today about a Paying It Forward campaign that I've launched with Just Giving. I'm really touched by the amount of emails that I receive from people around Glasgow and actually out with Glasgow, but in particular the local area to which I live in, Cambuslang and Rutherglen, which is where I launched the Walk and Talk initiative originally. I think what's really kind of got to me is the reality of the situation that most people are facing. When the last couple of weeks we've been discussing childhood anxiety and depression and mental health issues in children and adolescents. Again, lots of parents had reached out to say that, they were experiencing difficulties in terms of getting support. But on top of that, also, I'm receiving a lot of inquiries from people who are in desperate need of help. I had a conversation with someone this morning who was very, very distressed and was in need of support. Now, as much as that person had reached out to their GP and had been referred, they're on a 20-week waiting list. They needed help now. Um, I can't sit on that, and I never have been able to sit on that. And the reality is that I want to be able to help people. So I've launched this campaign to try and bring some financial resource to the situation, because that's what is lacking here. There is people in need of support, and I am a company organisation that can provide that support. The majority of people that are coming towards the Talking Rooms for support are in some sort of financial hardship, so it's not something that they can pay for, but they desperately need, and services in the local area are not able to support that. So I would ask you, if you can spare a few quid, donate it. You never know that you're throwing somebody a lifeline in the local area that will help them have get through the issue that they're trying to resolve, but also have a potential positive and happier future. I would really love your support. The link's on the page, and thank you for your support.